Talladega Superspeedway, a lap away from the restart from the first and only caution of today's NASCAR Nationwide Series, Aaron's 312 so far. Our in-race reporter for the day, Danica Patrick, comes off the first set of pit stops, pretty much up toward the front of the field, DJ.
Danica, Dale Jarrett, you have a copy?
Are we 8?
6.
Repeat.
6th place, outside of.
Where is what position am I?
Right there, pull up on the outside of that 30.
Danica, Dale Jarrett, you have a copy?
What? The 5 goes in front of us?
Negative, I'm just telling you, he's in front of us. He's at 20 will be right there.
Copy. Temps got down to 190, 205, just so you know.
A little busy there, trying to get all sorted out where the restart position should be. And just so you know, we do seek the team's permission before we go to talk to our in-race reporter.
Yeah, but sometimes things get busy, especially on these restarts and lineups. You want to make sure that you're in the right spot. We were watching the Sprint Cup race last weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch. Remember, we saw them pit together. Well, Kyle's up the front of the pack. Kurt is going to be at the back of the pack. Why? Well, we'll show you what happened at the tail end of his pit stop. Watch that fuel can.
Trying to get that last drop of fuel before he takes off. These new cans are a little harder to unplug than the old style cans used to be. Got to pull it just about straight out to get it to pull to a disconnect.
Well, he started the race back in 31st, made his way up to the lead. Now he's going to restart 36th.
I don't think he'll have any problem getting there. Got a good car there beside him.
You see Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at the tail end of the field as well. He stayed out to lead a lap, would have been at the back of the pack anyway by pitting on that second lap of caution, but then when he left the pit lane, he made a mistake.
Yeah, you have to stay below that yellow line all the way to the back straightaway here. Even under caution. You see Sam Hornish right there in front of him. That's the proper way of doing it.
Doubled up for the restart. Kyle Busch, 54, black car, inside lane is the race leader. That's Dale Jr. outside of him in the yellow 5. Jump to the outside. Watch that yellow line on the inside as well. Mike Bliss in the 44.
You cannot advance. Yeah, you can't advance your spot. But you can pull down below that line if you're going to give up a spot.
Yesterday that they were going to work together today as much as possible.
As Dale Earnhardt Jr. goes to the point, drafting help from Joe Nemechek.
That's two drivers that have a lot of experience and a lot of wins between them, but here comes the 18 and the 2 of Elliott Sadler.
You see them dropping down the hill? That looked like a roller coaster.
Well, they had a head of steam and a lot of momentum and needed a place to take it.
There they did.
Take the lead.
You see that how quickly things changed there. Nemechek car probably running a little bit warm. He had to get some air to the front of his car. Now Junior has no help whatsoever going by him on both sides. When you're sitting in that position, that feels like an eternity. Your spotters probably tell you help's on its way, but just like you can't get there fast enough.
7, Danica Patrick. 99, Kenny Wallace. That's for 3rd place. Like those front 2 might have separated ever so slightly off turn 2, and here comes the pack.
And 2 drivers there on the inside with Danica Patrick and Ryan Truex. Not a lot of experience there, but they've got fast race cars moving to the front. felt like she had a little bit of a push and a run there. If you don't have a partner, you're going to get yourself in serious trouble right there, though.
Front two separated. This will get interesting.
And she might get some help from Kenny Wallace. This could push Danica Patrick to the lead.
Might get there by herself with those front two separated.
Well, now you see Elliott Sadler up on the bumper of Joey Logano. This is probably going to push them back out front.
Outside lane, Austin Dillon 3, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 5.
Danica's searching for a partner. Nobody to run with there.
She's got a car in trouble. Turned in traffic. Brian Scott in the 11.
Kurt Busch is also.
Morgan Shepherd in the 89. 39 car, Josh Richards.
Drove up into your left rear there. Had a push from the 40.
Shepherd's car.
No real, bad contact there. It could have been a lot worse. You see, that's
Jason Bowles.
and Jason's got a lot of damage. Kurt Busch, he avoided what looked like it was going to be a hard lick right there after they came off the wall, but I think he got through it without getting too much damage. It's got tire marks all down the right side. Looks like some left front damage.
Yeah, that's going to happen for him today. Of course, Brian Scott, I believe, is the first one that got sideways through the tri-oval. Came back across in front of the whole field.
Watch the yellow car, center of the screen.
Looks like Kurt Busch might have got into the left rear of Brian Scott right there.
That's where Morgan Shepherd hit Kurt Busch.
So if we can get a little better view if it did happen here. Yeah, it looks like he just
did get a little nudge from behind also.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt he got into the left rear of Brian Scott. That's a terrible place to get hit from behind in the corner. If you're just getting hit straight in the rear bumpers, okay.
Right about the time that Kurt Busch hit Brian Scott, Eric Darnell was right up on the back bumper of Kurt Busch.
So did he put just that slightest a bump on Kurt's car at just the most inconvenient time?
Yeah, and it's also close right there, and I mean that's the chance that you're taking running through there, especially being in the middle. Your car's a little more unstable in that type of situation anyway.
Work on the right front fender. Middle of the back here, guys. Work on the right front fender.
Hey, we talk about track position, and if you spend longer on pit road, it's not as big a deal here. Well, that's the one area where it can bite you. Kurt Busch had the penalty. Back of the pack again. Caught up in the wreck.
Well, you can look at it both ways, too. I mean, he wouldn't have been in this wreck, obviously, if he'd been out front of it. But we had the 22 car, Brad Keselowski, his teammate, also the Cornish. They're running at the back to try to avoid these kind of wrecks, but they were far enough back.
Keep working on it a little bit there, buddy.
If you're gonna choose that, then you need to be back far enough to where you have time to avoid that. Kevin Harvick is back there. We see Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is back there. So there were 4 cars, and as long as they keep that back there, they can get pretty far back from that and make sure they can avoid these types of situations.
Kurt, on the other hand, was trying to get back to the front.
Yes.
He wasn't in that strategy of running at the back, so he kind of found himself in the hornet's nest.
Pit road is open here. We'll see what we get for takers among the front runners. A lot, but not all.
Still, it's a good opportunity to go ahead and top off with fuel. Dave?
Kyle Busch, a taker. Fuel only. It'll put them in front of their fuel windows, which would be a very lengthy one-more stop strategy. Mike?
Mike Lynette in the same boat, Dave. Fuel only on the 43 car. Pretty happy with their race car right now, Doc.
And ditto for rookie Austin Dillon. Fuel only. Sunoco fuel going in. Whoa, and Dillon can't get out. He's blocking for the car in front of him. John West Townley. They got to back him up. It will cost him a lot of time here under yellow.
Question is how much damage on the front of that 3 car, if any. We can follow up on that in a minute.
He hit Townley pretty good.
So second caution is out at Talladega today. For
damage.
trouble in the tri-oval, which led to some trouble on the pit lane. Let's see what that looks like for Austin Dillon when we come back after this message and a word from our ADC stations.